So now I'm going to show you the READYDOOR Jig. So this jig is designed by ourselves. You won't get it anywhere else. It's a READYDOOR product. It works perfectly with all the ironmongery that is supplied in the READYDOOR kit. So you don't need to be pulling 3 and 4 jigs out of the van. So I'll go through this jig with you and show you how it works. So the top of the jig is marked with a 78 or an 80, and so is the bottom because it's fully reversible. So how it works is you keep the top of the jig flush with your 80-inch door where it says 80 or 78, so we're going to go with an 80 here for the explanation. You keep the 80-inch flush with the top of your door and the side flush with the side of your door. And you router out your hinge slots with your 16mm collet and your 12mm router bit. They will be perfectly machined to match the ironmongery that's in the READYDOOR pack. That will also match the recesses in the frame. So there's no discrepancies, no errors. Same with the 78, depending on what size door you're using. You can also do your lock faceplate. So lock faceplate is engraved in here. So again, it's the same principle. You keep this flush with the top of your 78 or your 80-inch door, and you use these slots. These are your centering slots. So they're 44mm, which is the thickness of a standard door, and you keep that centered on the door. You can put a sliding square or your fingers down there, and again, you can machine out your lock faceplate. That's done with a 16mm collet and a 12mm router bit again. All the machining is done with a 16mm collet and a 12mm router bit. So the only thing you have to change is your depths. So that's your faceplate done, and your hinges done on your single door. So the same principle applies to your double doors with the hinges and with the faceplate. The difference with this jig is it also does the flush bolt. So you ignore the measurements on the top. You take the bottom line of the letter T and you keep that flush with the top of your door. You then take your centering slots and you center it perfectly on your door. So again, the bottom line of your T is flush with the top of your door and the centering slot. That now enables you to router out the receiver that's in the READYDOOR kit perfectly. There'll be no discrepancies, okay? Now you go on to the receiver on the double door. So there's 2 measurements here corresponding with the door heights. So you have a 78-inch door or an 80-inch door. So we're using an 80-inch door in our demonstration. So that measurement is 951. From the top of the door, and we put a pencil line on where that lands. We now line that pencil line up with the letter A, which is this side of the recess, okay? So how we know that the jig is the right way around is the flush bolt needs to overhang the head of the door, okay? So I'll say that again. To make sure the jig's the right way around, the flush bolt part of the router jig has to overhang the top of the door, okay? Now that that's overhanging the top of the door, you've lined up pencil mark with the letter A. You can, and centered it using the recess slots here. You can now go ahead and machine. And again, it's a 16mm collet with a 12mm router. The only thing you have to change is the thickness of your plunge because all the ironmongery is different thicknesses. And that's the READYDOOR jig. Everything you need for a double door or a single door is all on this one jig. All the machining, and it's all perfectly matches up with all the ironmongery.